Huda Beauty sent over their new blushes, the palettes. These are limited edition. I don't know why they would make it a limited edition. Maybe they're going to come out with blushes on their own, like singly sold. Is that a way to say it? Excuse my grammar. I already saw a few makeup artists on YouTube put them on. They love them. And I know I love everything Huda Beauty, so I know I'm probably going to love these too, but let's test it out. I have 3 different shades or palettes. I have Toasted Peach, which I should show you. Hold on, let me swatch it for you. So that's that one. I have moisturizer on my hands. I have caused problems with my products before by doing that. So let me really dry my hands off first so I don't ruin this product. Hold on a second. Let's try that again. So I've got the shimmery color right here. And then we'll do this one, and this one. We have a wide range of shades there. Who was it that I watched? It was Cheryl, Makeup by Cheryl. She's a Canadian. I don't know where she's from. I think maybe around Toronto area. She just swirled her brush into the whole palette. And I may do that. I don't know. Looking at the colors, this was actually quite light, eh? Like on my skin. See, I wanted to try these blushes on my natural skin with no foundation on. I'm finding my freckles and everything a little frustrating these days, and I'm getting older. I'm 54, so sometimes I just like my skin better without it. And that's really pretty. Look at that with my finger. Look at how pretty that is. Okay, I didn't plan this as usual. Let me go into this shimmery shade here, and let's just pop it on. That's pretty. I feel good just like that. Let's go into this one, which is, what color is that? I can't see. I don't have my glasses on. Let's try this one. This is a little bit more of a, like a burnt orange, what is that? Like a terracotta. And I feel better with this color here. This is really great though for like summer colors and winter shades going back and forth. Let me actually get a brush. This is silly, but it is nice that that worked out. I have a Royal & Langnickel brush. This is one of my favorite brushes. It's so soft. It is a natural hair. And this is the Omnia collection. It's so old, I don't even know what the number is. Going into this shade now and doing it the proper way. Let's see how that goes. Over top of my spots. Whatever. Nothing's ever gonna look even on this side. This one is fine and probably would look much better if I had foundation on. This color right here, I feel like it looks really good even with no foundation on. It's just pretty. Those are the colors I gravitate towards. And then this color here, that is quite bright. And the bonus of me not having foundation on is that this is going to be really easy to take on and off. This has a lot of pigment and I don't normally go for colors like this. So I'm going to use a flexible, light, fluffy brush. The more flexible, the longer the hairs, the lighter the deposit's going to be. So dipping in with my Morphe, this is a M202. This will be listed in the description box for you. This is a little bit stronger. I'm going to tap it on the back of my hand just to be safe. Do I need to tap it on the back of my hand? Oh, okay. See, isn't that interesting? That is lighter than I thought it was going to be, and it is the brush that's done that. Because remember, my finger was actually like a stiff brush. It wasn't soft and flexible with long hairs. It was like a stiff brush. So that really applied as if I was using a stiff brush. I'm saying that a lot. And this one is applying really soft. Now, if I use a stiffer brush for this, not that I would normally use this brush, but let's have it behave like my fingers would. That's actually really pretty. Oh, another thing I just realized. I removed my moisturizer and dried it, and I didn't put moisturizer back on. So another reason why this would grab a little bit better or a little bit more than this side, because this is going on dry skin. Good experiment. I still love this color. It's my favorite. And then let's go into this. I would use this as an eyeshadow, by the way, in a pinch. Do I typically wear a highlighter like that? No, I don't, but it's pretty. One down. Now let's take both of them off. And I'm just gonna dry it down because oftentimes you would be putting blush over top of powder anyway. So do it that way so we have a true idea of what it looks like. And excuse me, I don't even have concealer on. This palette is the Rose Berry, and I thought that I would love this more than anything. I don't know. I'm dirtying a lot of brushes right now. Is it dry? Hold on. Yeah, it feels good. Feel like this is going to be for a darker skin tone or even like an olive skin tone. That's the highlighter shade. Sorry, I should show you. That's this one. Lots of pigment. That one, interesting. And then this one. So again, I don't really gravitate towards shades like that. Let's play. That is what we're here to do. I'm going to use a Smith Cosmetics brush. This is a 115. Let's start with a lighter color first. I almost feel like this would be, kind of reminds me of Harmony from MAC. Let me get it. Not far off actually, right? This one has a bit more oomph to it. Also has a little bit of shine. Not bad. Harmony Huda. So this has a bit more color to it. Good to know. Interesting. Oh, I have like leftover blush here. I am a mess. Let's try it on this side where I don't have the hyperpigmentation. Yeah, I don't really see a whole lot on this side. I don't know who that would be for. That would be also probably a good eyeshadow though. Okay, let me get all the blush off in my hairline, for crying out loud. While that's drying, let me put a little bit of this on my eyes and see if it shows up. I'm all for a multi-purpose palette. Excuse my eyes. I had sparkle eyeshadow on earlier for an earlier video, and it was gorgeous. Oh, interesting. So you see the difference? How that's showing up here? I don't know if you can see that, but I can see that. That's actually a really pretty color. So I would think that somebody fair would use this color as a blush. Literally leftover eyeshadow on my eye, and I'm hopping on here doing a video. But you know what? It's holiday season, and I think you need to know, like, do you want this palette or any of these palettes? I missed the Sephora savings event, unfortunately. Would have been nice to know about these things before, but I just got them. Living out in the country, I don't get the packages quite as fast. Using the same brush because didn't really do anything. Should I though? Well, let's try it. Let's go into this one. I'm a little nervous with this one. Tapping it. Normally I wouldn't use this brush. Oh, that's a pretty color. Why was I nervous? Try it on my good side. Am I getting it in my hair? I am. Julie, I have been sitting here for a long time. I am so sorry. That's not normal. Easy fix when you don't have foundation on. Yeah, it's just because I've got the wipe wetness there and it's grabbing. I am gonna do this properly, by the way, with some foundation on my face. I swear. I'll pick one of my favorites, and actually put skincare on and foundation because I think that's important. This palette is actually surprising me. This color feels more like eyeshadow. So far, the first palette is the one that I like the most. Okay, going into this one. This is a rougher 18. Tapping. No, you know what? It looks scary and not at all. It's not at all. That's pretty. You know what I noticed now that I did that? This is what playing does. It really teaches me. This to me looks diffused. Like it almost looks like I have a bit of foundation on. Just look at the difference. Do you see that? Is it just me? That's what it feels like to me, that it's got this diffused look. Let's try it on the other side, because this again is my bad side. It's like I'm two humans. See if it diffuses this side like it does the other one, or is it just my imagination? It's hard to see because I don't have the monitor to look at here. Am I imagining things? I could be. For fun, since I'm taking this off, let me swirl. And then I'll go onto this side. So swirling just grabs a touch of this one. Gives it the radiance. Wow, you can really see how low I go. Far too low. How low can you go? In the comments, who sings that? It's like, you know, the limbo on the beach on a vacation. I can entertain myself so easily. Got one last palette. Let me know if it's helpful for you to see it on foundationless skin. I would like to know. Or is this useless? It's not to me, I learn, but I do make these videos for you and me, but really for you. I want to help you out. I feel like my skin is one of the most challenging. I know I have good quality of skin, you know, texture. I do have texture in my skin. I'm 54, of course. I'm noticing more and more texture, especially around my mouth, actually. But the different colors is challenging. It's a lot easier to do somebody's makeup when they don't have all of this happening. Practicing on my own face is challenging. Let's go with this brush. This is a Beely brush. Let's swatch it first. This is the shimmer. Whoa. Whoa. Bubblegum, right? Like Hubba Bubba. What? I will save this to the last. Let me go into this one right here. And wow, I'm a mess. I'd need a stiffer brush for this. Let me go into it a little bit more. Is my brush too soft? Usually I like to go into blushes with a softer brush so that it doesn't go onto your face and then you have to blend it out. Okay, that's not doing a whole lot. And again, way out of the lines. This brush is falling apart. I can see long hairs ready to go out. Let's go into this one with the same brush because not much happened with that one. You know who this would be really good for? Our makeup artists, because I can see a use for this on somebody who's fair and doesn't like a lot of blush. And I can see a use for this, and I can see a use for this on all different skin tones. Wow. Okay, listen. Oh, it's grabbing in all the wrong spots. Be patient with me. We know what I'm here for. It's not perfection right now. We're just playing and playing quickly. And that's why I'm making a mess. That is more my color. So that is this one right here. We did this one. Now we're gonna do the bright one on this side. And you know, I say that this is bright, but I use the Dior, is it the glow, pink glow? That's pretty. I would have thought that that would show up a lot more, and that's not a bad thing. Like I said, I like to build product up. That's a pretty palette, actually. I wish you were here with me so that you could vote. If I were doing a live, you guys would be able to vote with me. I'm going to take this off. I'm going to properly prep my skin, put some foundation on, and be right back to try one of the palettes for real this time. I got to jump on here quickly. I didn't want to put you through the whole process of putting my foundation on and everything, be here forever. But look at the difference compared to this side. That is the Revlon Illuminance foundation, and this is in the color 213. It just evens everything out, right? Is it the longest lasting foundation? I honestly haven't done a wear test on this. I do know I like the formulation of it. That's something I should do. I'm gonna be back in a second. I look a lot more even. I'm not gonna put contour or bronzer on because I want you to really get a good look at how this looks. I did say I liked this one the best, right? So I think I'm gonna go ahead in with this one. It is recommended also if you want a blush to last really long to top this with this. So I could do that. I already know this is one of my favorite blushes. It does last a long time. It's so pretty. It's easy to blend. If you don't know already, I've shown this in a lot of videos. This is the Huda Beauty Faux something. It's a blush, faux blush. It's really pretty and it has film forming ingredients in it so that it actually does lock in better than some other cream blushes. But for now, this is about this blush. So I want to try it on its own. I'm going to use a 04 from Refer. I'm going to go into this one that I really liked. And I know it goes on pretty soft, so I'm pushing in. And let's just test it out. This is my good side. Let's be a bit more controlled, not be in such a rush. Yeah, I really like this color a lot. I don't know why I was thinking it was, yeah, well, Toasted Peach, I thought it was gonna be maybe not my color, but yeah, this is really pretty. Love that. I'm tempted to try another one. We already know, we saw, right? So going over my bad side. Stop calling it a bad side. It's not a bad side, just different. It's just speckly. Wouldn't say that about a leopard. Okay, I am tempted to now go into everything all at once. Very fresh, right? Oh, I do have another brush like this. Let me get it. Yeah, I have two more. Similar. Maybe I would go into this color here just to deepen up this area. Almost like a bronzer. Just kind of warm it up a little bit. Create a little bit more dimension since I didn't use a bronzer or a contour. And, you know, I'm not really using it for that. Just ways to play, right? This is the easier. My monitor's over here, so I can see myself better in this one. This idea is working. So it's going from that light peachy to like a gradient, light to dark. Going into the whole thing, I'm gonna swirl it. And again, I'm gonna swirl it with this light fluffy brush so it's not gonna pick up too much. I'm gonna go right in. We know now what two of them look like. I think that's gorgeous. It is a nice option to have many colors. And let's just go for it. Am I gonna feel like too much? Maybe. You know what though, if you ever get too much blush on, if you feel like, whoa, what did I do? Just take your foundation brush and go over the edges and it will blend everything out. No, all of them mixed together looks really pretty. And it is showing up more with foundation underneath. Has something to grab onto, not just dry skin. I am gonna put a little bit of bronzer right there. I'm just gonna use the ABH bronzer, Warm Sand Vibes, and focusing right here, just to bring the lightness down towards the center of my face. Not to look tanned or anything. Is that working? Yeah, it almost takes the reflectiveness off, you know, especially when you have lighter skin. But darker skins also benefit from, depending on the size of the forehead, benefit from darkening this area as well. I'm gonna go do my hair and I'll be right back. I didn't go too low this time. See, taking your time matters. I can't tell you how long this wears. You know, blush is one of those things that it's the first thing to leave my face. The Roseberry blush, by the way, has rosewood, mauve, and dusty rose tones. Very wearable, very classic. The Toasty Peach leans warm with peach, coral, and golden terracotta hues. Baby Pink is playful, a mix of bubblegum and ballet pinks with a bright pop that gives that lifted, youthful look. I did describe it as bubblegum. The blurred effect. I see the blurred effect. I guess that could be with any blush powder. Any powder blurs. I don't know. I do feel like there's a little bit more of a blur. Maybe it's my imagination, maybe it's marketing and I've fallen for it. I don't know. But I did notice that even when I didn't have my foundation on, that was an honest opinion. And that was before I actually saw this. It says it's an ultra pigmented matte blush plus a Blushlighter. Blushlighter, highlighter for soft focus, blurred filter finish. Built to layer with matching liquid blushes designed for ethereal look. And you know, we're learning that a lot over the years actually, that layering a cream or a liquid blush underneath a powder blush is gonna make it adhere, make it really last a long time. So if you've got an event to go to, that's the best way to do it. Patrick Ta even came out with a palette for blushes that has the cream and the blush powder all in one. for that reason. The Huda Beauty powder uses ingredients such as kaolin, silica, dimethicone, and so forth. And yes, mica is included in the highlighter, the Blushlighter ingredient or palette or blush. I'll have to look up to see if Huda Beauty blushes, if they contain talc. I hope this helps you. That was actually fun to see how the blushes sat on my natural skin with no foundation. I definitely prefer my skin looking like this. And that foundation, I know this video isn't about that foundation, but that foundation is a beautiful drugstore foundation. They don't have a lot of color selections in the Revlon Illuminance foundation. I wish they did. It's a little bit more friendly, kind of like a skin tint. So when it doesn't have a lot of coverage, you can make it work for a lot of skin tones. 213 is my color. I think this looks pretty good and it feels very comfortable. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.